So, Sheikh, I'm considering depositing money in an Islamic bank account. They claim their services are Sharia compliant, supervised by a Sharia board, and based on a Mudaraba contract where the bank invests the fund and shares the profit with depositors. So, when opening an account, they mention a percentage return on my deposit amount for a fixed term. This percentage is based on their past investment history, and the percentage I get after the term may be less than or greater than this approximate. And also, if there are any losses, I will be the one to bear it. Is keeping money in this account halal?
First of all, unfortunately, the label Islamic banks is widely spread. And the vast majority of them may have a Sharia board, which is good. Unfortunately, this Sharia board gives verdicts and rulings upon Islamic windows and Islamic transactions theoretically. So they convene once every couple of months, maybe sometimes once a month, maybe once every couple of weeks. And they overlook a number of transactions and they verify or deny. And this is fine. However, when it is to be implemented by the corporate banking, these guys have a target and they just want to sell, whether by murabaha, by tawarruq, by whatever. They just want to end the process, achieve their targets of X amount of money per year so that they get the bonus. Halal, haram, it doesn't matter to them. And they usually try to look at the rulings, fatwas, and verdicts of the Sharia board and implement it or bend it a little bit so it would fix their objective and comply with their objective to achieve their targets. And this is the loophole, and this is the problem. Banks that do not have an audit department, a Sharia audit department, because the Sharia board is separate. They're different scholars working in different companies, universities, independent. They're being paid for their meetings. They have a hefty bonus, but they don't overlook the transactions of the bank itself, which means that if a mistake happens, they don't know. They're totally oblivious about it. The Sharia department in the bank that works 9 to 5 every single day and goes around and looks and overlooks and audits the transactions is the one that ensures that the transactions are actually in line with the Sharia board that gave the rulings and verdicts. And this is what makes it halal. How many banks have the Sharia board department, or sorry, the Sharia department, the audit department? I think maybe 2%, 1% maybe, in all the Sharia banks. So what you've described is theoretically fine. I'm an Islamic bank. According to the musharaka and the likes, if you put your money, like invest $10,000 with us in a fixed deposit account for 6 months, we guess that we will give you 6% profit. That's the average margin. Now, we don't promise you to be 6%, because if we promise you, this is clear riba. But we say it is most likely to be within this range. However, if there is a loss in our venture, in our transactions, you'll bear the loss because you are the capital owner. We're just the facilitators. And this is the right Islamic concept of mudaraba. I do the work, you provide the money. We make a profit, you take a percentage, I take a percentage that we've agreed upon earlier. There is a loss, I lose my work, my effort, my struggle to do a profit, and you lose your capital. That's fair. And if we make a profit, then we will give you the profit, which is approximately 6%, 7%. It may go a bit, may be below that. That's fine Islamically, if they walk the talk and do it Islamically.